Speaking of evil, Matthew 12:43 through 45. At this point in Matthew, Jesus has healed many possessed men, then speaks this passage. Can you elaborate? Well, sure, let's give it a read. Here we go. When the unclean spirit has gone out of a person, it passes through the waterless places seeking rest, but finds none. Then it says, I will return to my house from which I came. And when it comes, it finds the house empty, swept, and put in order. Then it goes and brings with it 7 other spirits more evil than itself, and they enter and dwell there. And the last state of that person is worse than the first. So also will it be with this evil generation. Okay, so the elaboration is Jesus is making an example both on a personal level and on a societal level. With Jesus' ministry, yes, he did cast out a lot of demons, more than we were probably told about. But what he's saying is, if there's nothing that fills that void, then the demons can come back and bring some friends with them. So if all we did is just cast demons out, and we didn't worry about giving them the gospel and so they could be filled with the Spirit, then they would remain empty on the inside. There's still a hole that needs to be filled. And so that demon that goes out, misses being cozy inside you. And so he wants to come back, and as he does, he brings 10 more of his friends with him. And so the person who did not receive the gospel was worse off than started. So what does this mean? This means that not only should we be careful before we start casting out demons, we need to deliver the gospel with it. You don't just go casting people out. But also, Jesus is making an example of, he says, this is how it will be with this wicked generation. Jesus spent 3 years casting demons out. Well, not everybody in Israel was saved. Not everybody chose to follow him. In fact, many turned away. So the land of Israel got a lot more demons after Jesus left. And on a personal level, this is how we end up with the guy that was filled with the character we call Legion, which is actually a bunch of demons inside of him. And Jesus cast all of them out. But this is how that happened. There were actually professional exorcisers in the Jewish culture back then. The sons of Sceva are an example that we see in Acts. And so this gentleman very possibly had been exorcised more than once. And the demon he started with brought in a bunch of friends with him when he came back. So whenever we are combating the forces of evil, we need to make sure the gospel is offered for those who want to be truly saved from it.